So how much money do you actually need to buy your first rental property? Not the fantasy no money down number and not the scary you need a fortune number, the real number. Let's add up every single dollar so you know exactly what it takes to get started. This is education, not financial advice. Usual disclaimer. There are 4 buckets of cash you need to plan for, and most people only think about the first one. Miss the other 3 and you'll get caught short at closing, or worse, you'll get caught right after. Let's go through all 4. Bucket number 1 is the down payment. It's the big one. For an investment property, plan on 20 to 25% down, whether you go conventional or DSCR. So on a $200,000 rental, that's $40,000 to $50,000, and that number scares people. But stick with me because where you buy changes dramatically. And there are ways to need less. I'll cover those in just a minute. Bucket 2 is closing costs, the fees to actually get the loan and transfer the property. You should budget roughly 2 to 5% of the purchase price. On that $200,000 house, that's about $4,000 to maybe $10,000 on the high end. That's lender fees, title, escrow, appraisal, and so on. People constantly forget this one and get blindsided at the closing table. Bucket number 3 is reserves. And this is the one that separates investors who succeed from investors who die on the vine. Lenders will want to see 3 to 6 months of the full payment sitting in your bank. And really, you should keep even more than that. This is your cushion for a vacancy, a surprise repair, a water heater that dies. A rental without reserves isn't an investment. It's a gamble. Plan on a few $1,000s here minimum. Bucket number 4 is upfront repairs or make-ready costs. Here's the good news. If you buy turnkey, already renovated and rented, a next-level investing property, this is basically zero, which is a big part of why turnkey is popular for a first deal. If you buy a fixer-upper, you need to budget realistically for the rehab, and that can be the biggest wild card of all. For your first rental, though, keeping this number near zero is one less way to get hurt. So let's total it. On a $200,000 turnkey rental, about $40,000 to $50,000 down, $6,000-ish in closing costs, and $5,000 in reserves. Call it $50,000 to $60,000 all in. But if you drop into a lower priced cash flow market where solid rentals run $120,000 to $150,000, that all in number falls roughly $30,000 or $40,000 to $30,000 or $40,000. So the real answer for most people's first rental is somewhere in the $30,000 to $60,000 range. Now, ways to need less money. Number 1, you can house hack. Live in the property, right? A duplex. Owner-occupied loans can go as low as 3.5% to 5% down. Number 2, you can partner with someone, split the cash and the deal. Number 3, buy in a lower priced market where the whole entry point is smaller. And 4, go turnkey, so you're not funding a rehab out of pocket. The no money down gurus oversell it, but there are legitimate ways to shrink the number. The bottom line, for most people, $30,000 to $60,000 on the high end gets you into a solid first rental. A lot less if you house hack or buy in an affordable market. And the key is never skipping your reserves. It's more approachable than the fortune people imagine, and more real than the zero down fantasy. Want to see exactly what it takes on real deals? The price, the rent, and the cash you'd need to close? That's exactly what our free deal list shows, and the link is at the top of the description. And here's the thing. The cash is just one of 4 things that stop people from ever getting started. Getting the financing, finding a deal that actually cash flows, dealing with tenants, and managing the property. We built Next Level Investing to knock out all 4 of those. We lend in-house, we hand you vetted properties that already qualify, they come with tenants and signed leases already in place, and we manage them for you absolutely free for the first 12 months. The whole game handled for you. So if you're leaning towards the hands-off route, watch our video entitled, Are Turnkey Rentals Worth It Next? It's right here. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.